0.3 points per game. So we know that they can put points on the board in a hurry, but they conceded 99 in the 14-point loss against Panathinaikos earlier this week. Can they shore things up? As we get a brief look at Jared Butler in the lineup for coach Sasa Bradovic, but will he get any time out on the court tonight, having signed from the NBA just earlier this month? So John DeBartolomeo leading out the home team, the captain of Maccabi Rapyd Tel Aviv. Jalen Hall, one of the best offensive rebounders in the competition. Heard coach Oded Katash say that cheap points cost his team dearly in the round 7 loss earlier this week. Zvezda looking to extend this winning streak to half a dozen games straight. And remember, this winning run started in round 3 at the home of the champions. Since then, it has been the joys of home court advantage all the way, going 4-0 at the Belgrade Arena, and look to remain perfect in this city since the start of that winning run, as coaches Oded Katash and Sasha Bradovic exchanging a dap at half court. Who will be able to make the adaptations more successfully, more efficiently? Will adaptations be required as that meeting of compatriots between Iago dos Santos and Marcio Santos? Boys from Brazil just exchanging some pre-game pleasantries, but once they get in between the white lines, well, you can bet that if Iago dos Santos dares to venture into the territory of Santos on the interior, we'll just be given a reminder that there is an entry fee, a toll to be paid if the diminutive playmaker seeks to enter the land of the bigs. So final reinforcements being emphasized by the respective coaches now. Coach Sasha Bradovic yet to taste defeat in this stint as the Zvezda head coach. Remember, he was here previously between June 2020 and December 2020. This is where he grew up as a player, and what a player he was. Such distinction for Zvezda and the national team as well. So there, a look at the starting lineup for the visiting team. Freddie Miller-McIntyre, Stefan Miljanovic in the backcourt, Kalinic, Moneke, and Donatas Motiejunas, the 3-man front line for Red Star. Lonnie Walker the 4th, Tamir Blatt, Jalen Horde, O'Shea Brissett, and Marcio Santos, the 5 who will be on the floor to contest the opening tip for Maccabi Rapyd Tel Aviv. So Mr. Miguel Angel Perez, the crew chief of the officials taking charge of this one tonight. Small number of fans permitted entry into the arena here at the Alexander Nikolic Hall. And there is confirmation of the outstanding run of recent form that Chima Moneke has been on. Co-round 7 MVP earlier this week. And there's confirmation that despite his difficulties from downtown, Roman Sorkin so consistent and scoring with such efficiency inside the arc. So each team will be keen to get off to as efficient a start as possible. Put doubt into the mind of the opposition, particularly the visiting team, even though it's in Belgrade. Maccabi are the designated home team, and they'll be seeking to give their fans something to cheer about. So the opening tip is up and this round 8 encounter is underway. Svena Zvezda Meridian Bet Belgrade in the red strip, and the yellow trimmed with blue, and Maccabi Tel Aviv, the fake jump shot slapped away. Coming from the weak side was Lonnie Walker, the fourth, to deny Donatas Motiejunas. So, shot clock approaching the red after that denial from Lonnie Walker, the fourth. Kalinic, three-pointer, and he strings it beautifully. Was it ever in doubt? 54% from downtown this season. One of the sharpest shooters from three-point territory in the competition. Gives his team a three-point lead. So mid-range J from Tamir Blatt. That's off right. Cody Miller-McIntyre gobbles up the rebound at the second attempt. Well, Zvezda have been permitted 700 fans into the arena here tonight, and they are making a terrific noise as Maccabi settle back into a zone defense. That's a beautiful wraparound feed. Looking to offload out of the low post is Motiejunas. It's a turnover, 3-on-2 for the home team. Lonnie Walker into the air. Tamir Blatt from downtown, and he evens things up at 3 points apiece. That is 10 straight games for Tamir Blatt now with at least one three-pointer. And remember, the last three-pointer he hit on this venue was the game winner against Real Madrid. He went 0 of 4 before confidently stepping up after inbounding the basketball to nail the three-pointer at the death of regulation to give his team a famous victory over Los Blancos. And it's an up-and-down encounter. Donatas Motiejunas at the other end. Jalen Horde with the flush to tie things up at 5. So we've got a whistle away from the basketball. And there is evidence of the 700 fans, or at least some of their number, permitted at entry into the Alexander Nikolic Hall tonight, making this feel pretty much like a home game for the designated visitors. So we've got a whistle on the play. Santos called for the foul. End line possession for Zvezda. So Miljanovic preparing to inbound. So Miller-McIntyre hedging out to help his Santos. He's picked up a foul already, remember. Motiejunas from the high post finds a baseline cutting. Chima Moneke, he can't finish the reverse layup. Got a beautiful position beneath the basket. The rebound cleared by Maccabi. Santos from downtown, and he's shooting beautifully as well, because coming into this game, Santos is 7 of 10 from three-point territory, and he gives his team a three-point lead, their first lead of the game, courtesy of this run of 5 unanswered points. Miller-McIntyre from almost a hash mark, and he lands from long range to put an end to the 0 of 5 drought that he experienced in the round 7 win at Asvel. Cody Miller-McIntyre shooting at 35% from three-point territory this season. We said expect a response, and he has produced exactly that to tie things up at 8 points apiece in the first quarter. So just over 2.5 minutes gone as Cody Miller-McIntyre bounce pass inside. Beautiful reception and finish from Donatas Motiejunas, but that ability to penetrate and then make the right decision evidenced by Cody Miller-McIntyre, his second assist of the night. Donatas Motiejunas moves to 4 points in the game. His team leading by 2, but then the three-pointer drilled from Lonnie Walker, the fourth. Both players featuring in the marquee matchup, putting their fingerprints all over this first period. Nice catch inside Moti Yunus, my goodness. He reached down low to his left, spun away with the right shoulder to the baseline and just finished with an underhanded flip off the window. Donatas Moti Yunus has got the hot hand and his teammates are continuing to feed him. Missed almost everything on that long ball attempt. Miller McIntyre, will he look for Moti Yunus again? He's currently wrestling on the three-point line with Santos. And if that's on Santos, that's going to be his second first quarter foul. And dare I say it, it's kind of a needless foul because he would have been aware the experienced figure of Marcio Santos in his first year in the EuroLeague, but an experienced professional having spent time in Germany and 6 seasons at Sao Paulo, that to get in such a physical tussle on the three-point line from where Moti Yunus isn't particularly a threat, well, that's surely a wasted foul as another three ball landed, drilled confidently. This time from Stefan Miljanovic, coming off a career high in round 7. He's almost equaled that with one shot tonight. His team leading by 4. It's their largest lead of the game. As the three-pointers continuing to fall freely as Cody Miller-McIntyre drills his second. What a first quarter he is having. 2 of 2 from downtown, along with 3 rebounds as well in just 4 minutes on the floor. And he responded just exactly as we anticipated he would after his difficulties from downtown in round 7. And that 3-ball has given Zvezda a 7-point lead. It's their largest lead of the game. Maccabi Rapyd Tel Aviv 11, Zvezda 18. The EuroLeague rivalry series continues in round 9 with the latest installment of El Clasico. In the meantime, click on that QR code and join EuroLeague ID. Get a chance to win 5 tickets to the Final Four and more. The Final Four scheduled to take place at the house of Panathinaikos at the end of the season. So the 3-ball featuring prominently in this first quarter. Back-to-back three-pointers for Zvezda has given them this 7-point lead. They're 4 of 4 from downtown. Maccabi shooting beautifully at a 75% clip on the 4 three-pointers that they have attempted. As Blatt, moon ball out to the perimeter. Blatt once again gets it back from TJ Leaf and slapped out of bounds emphatically. My goodness. Terrific presence on the interior by Chima Moneke to send this one hurtling into the expensive seats near the baseline, just over the head of Mr. Shimon Mizrahi. The co-round 7 MVP making his presence felt on the defensive end. Beautiful positioning adopted on the inside by O'Shea Brissett. Nikola Kalinic called for the foul. And that's his first. So O'Shea Brissett to the free throw line, 73% from the stripe this season. He's now 20 of 27 from 15 feet away. That ends the run of 8 points without reply. That gave Zvezda that 7-point lead. O'Shea Brissett makes it a 2-score affair. His team trailing by 5. Short jump hook is off the front iron, and Chima Moneke, someone has got to get a body on him. 2 rebounds in the game for that first offensive rebound for his first point of Lonnie Walker, the 4th, drawing the foul on Moneke. Now Moneke saying that, or suggesting that he remained in his cylinder, and you can see what he's saying. There was a straddled landing. Watch the feet of Lonnie Walker here, straddling that landing, elevating outside the 3-point line, the right foot landing well inside the 3-point line. suggesting that he's landing on a straddle base rather than a parallel base he went up with as his feet were set. So Lonnie Walker, the fourth, 82% from the free throw line for his career. And he goes 2 of 3 on this trip to the stripe. His team trailing by 5. They've been down by as many as 7 at 11-17 and 13-20. Cody Miller-McIntyre driving and finishing with the finger roll at the window, and Cody Miller-McIntyre remains perfect from the field. 8 points in the game along with 3 helpers. His team up by 7 once again. Plenty of motion away from the basketball. Lonnie Walker calling for the isolation against Nikola Kalinic. Breaks him down, stops on the brakes to get separation. Doesn't get the shooter's roll. Cody Miller-McIntyre with his 3rd rebound of the game. Mota Younes gives it back to Miller-McIntyre. Moneke, one-on-one with O'Shea Brissett. Drives left, right into the chest of O'Shea Brissett, and he'll go to the free throw line to shoot 2. He was looking to get an and 1, just couldn't get the ball to fall after initiating this contact. So Abuka Zundu into the game for his first action tonight. So 9 points the advantage after Chima Moneke makes his first 2 free throws to move to 4 points in the game. It's the largest lead of the night for Zvezda. Sorkin from the sideline logo. Gives it to TJ Leaf, cutting across his Brissett. He's got a size advantage, but he's bobbled the basketball straight into the hands of Chima Moneke, who bags his first steal of the night. Miller-McIntyre slicing to the window and finishing with his offhand once again to move to 10 points in the game. Remember on the night when he distributed 20 assists in a single encounter. As the back iron is found on the 3 ball from the corner. Terrific hustle by Zundu. Moneke initiating contact once again. Cody Miller-McIntyre off the front iron, rising high for the defensive rebound is Lonnie Walker, the 4th. He's picked up 3-quarter court by Cody Miller-McIntyre, who dished out 20 assists in February of last year. And now it's a technical foul against the coach. What has Oded Katash said, and how has he said it to be hit with that tech? There's confirmation of the technical foul. So a chance to extend a run of 6 unanswered points falls to Cody Miller-McIntyre, because not only did he dish that single game assist record of 20 points in February when playing for Baskonia against Asvel, he also notched a triple-double. It was a terrific performance by Cody Miller-McIntyre. 11 points, 12. So the technical free throw netted. give his team a lead of a dozen. Sordkin wrestling down low and checking into the game is Jared Butler for his EuroLeague debut. But 11 points, 20 assists and 11 rebounds for Cody Miller-McIntyre that night. And the rate at which he started, he's getting a breather on the bench, but 11 points, 3 boards and 3 assists in just 6 minutes on the floor. He's playing with effective aggression tonight as Sordkin blows by Azundu. Azundu chased him down, got a piece of the basketball, but I think he got lots of body as well. Aggressive take to the rack, down the left side of the lane from Sordkin. So a chance to make this a chance to bring to an end the run of 7 straight points posted by Zvezda. So the man Sordkin reduces the arrears to 10. But they've been hit with a run of 8 unanswered points, and 7 unanswered points have the home team. 3-pointer off the pull-up is off the front iron from the EuroLeague debutant Jared Butler. Fighting beneath the backboards to retain possession for his team. Orazundu, Shemi Module. So Zundu to the stripe. 3 of 7 from the free throw line, and this is his first season in the EuroLeague. Signed in the off-season after spending last season with Galatasaray. So the lead of a dozen restored after that perfect trip to the free throw line for Ibuka Zundu. So Leaf down to the corner. O'Shea Brissett, Euro stepping. He's lost the basketball again. That's a travel, surely. Is it, or is it a foul? I thought he took too many steps on the pickup. Saw some players asking for a double dribble as well. But instead, it's a foul drawn by O'Shea Brissett that sends him to the free throw line with both teams in the penalty. So O'Shea Brissett remains perfect from the stripe. All 4 of his points have come from the free throw line. 10 points of deficit with just under 2.5 minutes remaining in the first quarter. So Butler blowing, picked up by Roman Sordkin after the poke from behind. Saw Butler dispossessed. Floated flat pass makes its way to Leaf. Sordkin one-on-one with Ojale. Beautiful spin move to shake him off, and finishing at the window. That is fantastic footwork in the low post from Roman Sordkin. Felt the contact, spun away from it baseline, and watch his composure here to pick up the basketball and evade the help defense of Azundu by finishing with the reverse. Wonderful, intricate piece of footwork on the block from Sordkin. His first field goal of the game takes him to 4 points in the game, and he's looking to add 1 more. So the man Sordkin completes the 3-point play. His team trailing by 7, having been down by 12 on a couple of occasions. It's a run of 5 points without reply by Maccabi. That is bringing them back and eating away at the Zvezda lead. Deep 3-pointer off the dribble for Kalinic. Just want a good look at the basket, but off the back iron. Leaf with the rebound. TJ Leaf frees the streaking Jimmy Clark III. Rebound and then quick outlet. Butler with the hesitation, initiating contact. Doesn't get the shooter's roll. We've got a whistle on the play beneath the basket. So TJ Leaf called for the foul. That's his first. Shemi Ojale to the free throw line. 86% shooter for his career. So 2 out of 2 for Shemi Ojale, his first points of the game. His team with a 9-point lead with just under a minute and a half remaining in the first quarter. So Jeff Doughton Jr. finds Swordkin wide open, finishes. Oh, well, I said he's finished. He can't find the finish. Elected not to dribble, went gliding towards the basket, looking to execute the finger roll. It looks as though his legs were taken from beneath him. There's the big step, and that hip pointer there from Shemi Ojale. No malice intended, but the bump from a player who was airborne already, resulting in that ungainly tumble to the baseline. So instead of an and one, it's 2 free throws to come for Swordkin, who remains perfect. 4 out of 4 from the stripe. And remember, he was 13 of 14 on the season coming in. So Frontine on the shot. Swordkin gets his own offensive rebound, keeps it away from the prying red-shirted defenders, gets it out to Jimmy Clark III. He's exploring his options with a hesitation. Offload to Swordkin, slapped away with a weak side block by Shemi Ojale. Deep in the shot clock, they've got to let it fly. Leaf does so. What an offensive rebound by one of the best in the league in that department. Jalen Horde flying in from the side with a basketball, was shot to snatch that rebound out of the air. But look at this help side defense from Shemi Ojale to deny Roman Swordkin. Terrific timing. And blocking that one as cleanly as can possibly be. But it remained Maccabi possession as they stuck to their task and remained concentrated. And they've earned themselves a trip to the free throw line in the form of Jalen Horde, who reeled in that magnificent offensive rebound. 14 of 17 from the stripe this season. Can't find the range on the first. He was 1 of 2 from the free throw line in the round 7 loss at Panathinaikos earlier this week. 15 points that night, along with 9 rebounds, just shy of a double-double. He goes 1 of 2 from the stripe, his team trailing by 7. So Moneke sees a seam, attacking aggressively. He's initiated contact and has got the bucket to fall. That is a remarkable finish from Chima Moneke, and he celebrates with a little shoulder shimmy while sat down on the hardwood. Initiating the contact, it was a late whistle, but again, he kept his concentration and basketball instinct honed by years of practice, knowing where the goal is, and geometric genius to flip it off the window from directly ahead of the backboard. Lays the platform for a 3-point play opportunity. Chima Moneke can't complete the 3-point play. He's frustrated. He's now 2 of 3 from the stripe. His team with an 8-point lead. Excuse me, a 9-point lead. Ball battered up into the air. Leaf coming down with it in a crowd. Power dribble to the edge of the defensive halo, and he gets it to fall. TJ Leaf, with his first field goal of the game, reduces the arrears to 7. So the shot clock has been turned off. Cody Miller-McIntyre one-on-one with Jimmy Clark III. The floor being spread so McIntyre can cook, and we've got an illegal screen. Can you believe it? Oh my goodness. So, not the execution that coach Sasha Bradovic was looking for. Leaning to his right and pushing off to his left was Azundu. That's his second first quarter foul. He's cutting a rather frustrated figure as he makes his way back to the bench. And so the final shot will now fall to Maccabi. Lots of time in which to get a shot off. 5 seconds remaining, and they have got lots of shot makers on the floor, the home team. Jeff Doughton working to get open. They beat the 5-second violation. It's back in the hands of Jimmy Clark III, who turns on the Jets. Euro steps to the dots, gets the shot away to beat the end of quarter horn, but could only find the back iron. So, a first quarter of play. We had 5 lead changes, but for the majority of the period, it has been the visiting team with their noses in front. With the first quarter completed, is Maccabi Rapyd Tel Aviv 26, Crvena Zvezda Meridian Bet Belgrade 33. So there, a look inside the numbers. Both teams doing a good job taking care of the basketball. Three-point shooting has been outstanding for both teams. At one point, Zvezda were 4 of 4, but that tells you that they have missed their last 3 three-point attempts. Click on the QR code and get involved in the EuroLeague Fantasy Challenge. 52% of players selecting Sasha Vezenkov. Players in action tonight here at the Alexander Nikolic Hall on the leaderboard in that regard, but make no mistake, some of them represent terrific value, perhaps none more so than Chima Moneke, who has been selected by 8% of gamers as their captain. And of course, captain's points count double. And when you consider his player of the game, or MVP of the round performance in round 7, when he stuffed the stat sheet to a PIR of 35, while if you selected him at 16.6 credits on your budget, that would have yielded some return. So click on the QR code and get involved in the EuroLeague Fantasy Challenge. Well, Cody Miller-McIntyre, outstanding performer of the quarter. What a performance. 11 points on near perfect shooting from the field and free throw line, 3 helpers and 3 rebounds as well. So the second quarter underway. It's a 7-point lead for the visiting team. So Lonnie Walker IV rotates it to Sordkin. His drought continues from downtown. Entered this game 1 of 12 from 3-point territory. And he's 0 of 6 in rounds 5, 6, and 7. He's off the mark with his first 3-point attempt tonight. First score of the quarter goes to the visiting team. The lead is 9 once again. As top of the key line drive is off the back iron. Rugged rebound hauled in by Plavšić. They hang it up. Oh, that is a fantastic finish on the fly from Chima Moneke. Elevating off one leg, soaring like a long jumper over the baseline and still able to make the catch mid-air and control his body to flip it off the glass before sailing over the baseline. Terrific body control and a beautiful alley-oop finish on the fast break by Chima Moneke. We'll take another look at another helper from Cody Miller-McIntyre. The beneficiary is Chima Moneke, who moves to 8 points in the game. Lonnie Walker IV rotates it to Doughton. Extra pass finds Jalen Horde. 3-pointer is strung beautifully. Jalen Horde, his first 3-point attempt of the game. 4 of 9 from downtown for the season coming in. No travel. Now what's the call? What's the call? forceful enquiry from O'Shea Brissett. And it's favoured the home team. Full court pressure being applied by Zvezda. Look at the battle and the hawkish on-ball defense being applied by Cody Miller-McIntyre. Doubting working all 94 feet. The home fans asking for a travel. The officials not interested. TJ Leaf bails him out. Pull-up three-pointer from Doubting. Off right and long. Batted into the hands of Plavšić. Racing down court once again is Chima Moneke. Can't find the finish, but again, outstanding footwork and body control to fashion a field goal attempt when wrapped up beneath the basket with that foul. It's Jeff Doubting Jr. trying to prevent him from getting a field goal away, but terrific strength and outstanding touch. And Jared Butler endearing himself to his home fans, to his fans and teammates with that encouragement from the sidelines. So Chima Moneke short on the second free throw. And David Obats with the rebound, three-pointer fired, but off the mark from Ognjen Dobric. He got another offensive rebound. Chima Moneke pulls it out to the sideline, and then it's rotated back to Cody Miller-McIntyre at the half-court logo. He's got a speed edge over Jalen Horde into the teeth of the Maccabi defense. Moneke, sidestep three, draws the front of the rim. Jeff Doubting Jr. with the rebound. So we've got a whistle on the play. So Cody Miller-McIntyre down to the dots, into the teeth of the Maccabi defense and finding the finish. And Cody Miller-McIntyre on fire here in the first half. 15 points in the game on perfect shooting inside the arc. Doubting Jr. from the wing, that's short and off left. Chima Moneke fighting for the rebound, but the offensive board secured by Clifford Omaruye. Fighting on the offensive glass once again is Jalen Horde, and his efforts have been rewarded by drawing a foul, which I think will be called on Chima Moneke. Two high flyers going head-to-head in the battle for possession of the basketball. That deemed to be a foul in the act of shooting. And a trip to the free throw line for Jalen Horde, who is 1 of 2 from the stripe tonight in his 6-point total. So Jalen Horde makes both to move to 8 points in the game. His team trailing by 9. So Breach rotates it to Miller-McIntyre. Moneke one-on-one with Jalen Horde. Jalen Horde, as Moneke squares up to the bucket. That's off left and long. What an offensive rebound there. And David Obats, his first points of the game, restores his team's double-digit advantage. They're up by 11. O'Shea Brissett driving, drawing the contact, extending and finishing through the foul. O'Shea Brissett earned himself a trip to the free throw line, looking to complete the 3-point play. 6 points in the game now for O'Shea Brissett on that, his first made field goal of the night. So O'Shea Brissett completes the three-point play. His team trailing 34-42, an 8-point deficit. Cody Miller-McIntyre fouled in the act of shooting by Jalen Horde. And Cody Miller-McIntyre is a man on a mission tonight. The main mission, of course, is to keep his team's win streak going. 15 points, 4 assists, and 3 rebounds. Donatas Motiejunas checking back into the game. Cody Miller-McIntyre has hit his only free throw so far. Cody Miller-McIntyre, 1 of 2 from the free throw line. 17 points in the game for him, his team up by 10. Taken off the iron by Dan Davidovac, but straight into the hands of O'Shea Brissett, who puts it back to the perimeter. Jimmy Clark, the third, and carrying Donatas Motiejunas to the rack is the baseline cutting Jalen Horde. Caught the rock after planting that foot in the paint and rose up high to finish on Donatas Motiejunas, who was late on the rotation. Jalen Horde taking out his frustration on the rim as he moves to double figures in the game. Reduces his team's arrears to 8. We have got a timeout on the floor. Approaching 4 minutes gone in the second quarter. It's Maccabi Rapyd Tel Aviv 36. Crvena Zvezda Meridian Bet Belgrade 44.
Just make sure when we go ahead, when we play, as long as Davidovac is there, we play head, right? And see, look at me, I tell you who's coming to screen. Leave the angle is good. And be ready on a good spacing for kick out.
You attack it like one-on-one, exactly like you did.
Hey, can you refocus with McIntyre? No, I want no share on McIntyre. So you stay with the foreman, I'll show you all McIntyre. The pointer! Pick and roll with O'Shea and Jalen is sweet. Okay. Call it. Let's go. I know win the game. Let's go. We got 1 minute.
So Cody Miller-McIntyre, 4 minutes gone in the second quarter, orchestrating things from the point. He's used his dribble. Iago Dos Santos into the game for the first time. Oh, what footwork down low from Donatas Motiejunas to dance away from that double team. Shot clock in the red. Cody Miller-McIntyre out of the side of his hand to Dejan Davidovac, who completes the assist with that 3-ball from the corner. He moves to 5 points in the game on perfect shooting from the field, but that is 5 helpers tonight from Cody Miller-McIntyre, who again got into the heart of the home team's defense, drawing all of that attention and finding the open man with that delightful pass out of the back of his hand. And this was the 3-ball that turned it into an assist from Cody Miller-McIntyre to Dejan Davidovac. 11 points the advantage now. Zvezda's largest lead has been 12 on a couple of occasions at 15-27 and 17-29. As driving to the lane, drawing the foul and finishing through it is Jalen Horde. He is hot tonight. 12 points in the game. Dejan Davidovac challenging the shot, then trying his best to get out of the way, but too much contact. And Jalen Horde's concentration was absolute. The finish, drawing the foul, and he'll go to the free throw line looking to add one more. That's the second against Davidovets. So Jalen Horde completes the 3-point play. Eight points to deficit now, approaching the halfway stage of this second quarter. So Yago dos Santos calling for a screen from Maneke. Instead they go to Cody Miller-McIntyre. Matchup zone being played by Maccabi. It's a 2-3. Cody Miller-McIntyre with a mobility edge over Omaruye. Front iron on the shot. Chima Maneke secures the offensive rebound. It's a recycled 14 for the visiting team as we approach the halfway stage. Moti Younes sees the pass deflected out of bounds. Now who touched it last? Because that's exactly what I'm saying. I thought the pass was deflected out of bounds, so it would be Zvezda basketball. More smiles between the visitors. But again, Sasha Obradovic is absolutely aghast at the call. That's a deflection as clear as day, isn't it? I don't think this is the coach's challenge. Surely this is an official's review. Oh, he's had to use a coach's challenge. Let's listen in.
Check the ring right. Yes. So slowly. Yeah. Okay. Let's check the time now. Okay. It's okay. So change the field.
So a successful coach's challenge. But I think Coach Sasha Obradovic is rather stunned that he had to use one. But the correct decision has been implemented in the end. But of course, in EuroLeague's interpretation or usage of coaches' challenges, he won't retain it because it's a successful challenge. Cody Miller-McIntyre, one-on-one in the corner with Brissett, rises up to beat the shot clock. It's off the back iron, rebound to Mia Blatt, then he frees Brissett. Euro stepping against Yago dos Santos, goes for a reverse, can only find the underside of the backboard. It's a 4-on-2 opportunity as Chima Moneke finishing over the top of Tamir Blatt and giving the visiting 700 Zvezda fans a flex after drawing that foul that will send him to the free throw line. Terrific fast break basketball once again. And Tamir Blatt, well, it was a case of pick your poison with 4 red jerseys bearing down on him. Chima Moneke moving to double figures in the game on 4 of 6 shooting from 2. He's 3 of 5 from the stripe tonight as he looks to complete the 3-point play, and he gets the shooter's roll. So 11 points the advantage. There's 4:40 remaining in the half. Tamir Blatt has used his dribble. They dump it down to the corner. Lonnie Walker, the 4th, driving. Jalen Horde with a double clutch jam in a crowd of Zvezda defenders. Jalen Horde moving to 15 points in the game on really efficient shooting from the field. Yago dos Santos is into his home run trot already, because he knew it was good from the moment he caught it. Yago dos Santos with instant offense off the bench. And it's given his team their 3rd 12-point lead of the first half. We've got a timeout on the floor. Maccabi Rapyd Tel Aviv 41. Crvena Zvezda, Meridian Bet Belgrade 53.
Let's
keep, you know, what I told you. You know, here, even with the force, they are slipping, you know, like, stay with your man. Hey, just when you feel, you know, like the hit, you know, like then we go to the slip. Stay one-on-one. And, you know, like, take him. The slip is not possible if you take him, you know, take the hip, go there with him. Mosconia the next one. Mosconia next one.
Either pop or downscreen. That's the play. Either pop or downscreen.
Have a look at the double clutch jam from Jalen Horde. Off the feed from Lonnie Walker, the fourth. Yago dos Santos with a 3-pointer above the free throw line. So full court pressure being applied by Crvena Zvezda Meridian Bet Belgrade as Jalen Horde brings it over the halfway line. Blatt relieves him of the basketball. High line D being played by Zvezda. Lonnie Walker, the fourth, one-on-one with Cody Miller-McIntyre. The marquee matchup in full effect here. Sordkin to the edge of the lane, back out to three-point territory. Deep three ball from Tamir Blatt is short and off right. Shima Moneke with the rebound. Now, what has happened there? I saw an extraneous object. It's the goggles of Chima Moneke. Sportingly recovered by Cody Miller-McIntyre. That won't go down as an assist, but it's certainly helpful. He's got half a dozen of the official variety tonight. So shot clock in the red. Yago dos Santos driving, offload to Chima Moneke. Extra pass finds Donatas Motiejunas. Wonderful, intricate interior ball movement. Finished by Donatas Motiejunas, 8 points in the game on 4 of 6 shooting from the field. And it is the largest lead of the night for Crvena Zvezda Meridian Bet Belgrade. They are up by 14. Pulling away in this second quarter now with a 7-point advantage, 15-22 in favor of the visitors, as Donatas Motiejunas called for the foul. Ognian Dobrich checking back into the game. Sordkin to the free throw line. He's 4 of 5 from the stripe in his 6-point total. So Sordkin, 1 of 2 from the free throw line. Getting a hand on it was O'Shea Brissett, but straight into the hands of Yago dos Santos. Jeff Dalton Jr. hustling back effectively in transition D. 2-man exchange between Yago dos Santos and Donatas Motiejunas. He's now down on a low block, comes to set another screen. Now there's a mismatch in the lane. Can Yago dos Santos get it to Motiejunas? There's the bounce pass, there's the pump fake. Up strong, and he'll go to the free throw line for 2. Good patience demonstrated there by Zvezda, because the mismatch came as a result of the pick and roll, and then Donatas Motiejunas selling that pump fake, which was bought hook, line and sinker by the high-flying Jalen Horde. 2 free throws to come for Donatas Motiejunas, who's doing an outstanding job from the free throw line this season. He's actually upped his career percentage to 57 after going 10 of 14 from the stripe so far this campaign. Normally that's closer to the 50% mark, just above 1 out of 2 from 15 feet away. So he must really be working hard on his foul shots. Couldn't find the range on the first. But he bottoms the second confidently. His team with their second 14-point lead of the game. So Blatt being pursued by Yago dos Santos. Sordkin catches in the high post, almost knocked away from behind by Ognjen Dobric. In and out on the attempt from Sordkin. He stays with it. Double team near the baseline. Kicked out to the perimeter and strung confidently by O'Shea Brissett. I thought it was a three-pointer. It must have been a long-range two. You saw him check his... Well, it has been logged as a three-pointer. I do beg your pardon. I thought my initial instinct is it was a three, and that indeed is how it's being counted. Motiejunas will be frustrated. He couldn't find a finish on that layup. Blatt, creative pass inside to attempt to find TJ Leaf, but that's broken up. Now into their secondary break options. Zvezda, just under 2 minutes remaining in the first half. So Yago dos Santos calling for the screen from Motiejunas. It's not forthcoming. Three-pointer let fly from Motiejunas. In and out. What an offensive rebound. Shemi Ojale. Yago dos Santos looking for his second three ball of the game. It's off the front iron. Ognjen Dobric gives Zvezda another bite of the cherry. Terrific hustle on the offensive boards by Zvezda. That ties up the offensive rebound count at 10 apiece. Yago dos Santos keeping his dribble alive. Now he's turned into a cul-de-sac and he's going to hear the shot clock horn sound. Encouragement from Dejan Davidovec. Yago dos Santos was disappointed with the decision that he made to hang on to the basketball for as long as he did, resulting in that 24-second shot clock violation. So Clifford Omaruye checking back into the game. So approaching a minute remaining in the first half. The quarter where Zvezda are outscoring Maccabi by 4, 19-23, as Jeff Doughton Jr. dances beneath the free throw line. Ball still live off that rebound. Shemi Ojale and Santos fighting for it. I think this one may well be called against Ojale. Mr. Shimon Mizrahi in attendance as ever, supporting Maccabi. So Santos to the free throw line, 18 of 21 from the stripe for an 86% clip for the season coming into this game. Can't find the range on the first. Maccabi have done an outstanding job getting to the stripe. This is their 22nd attempt. Half a dozen more than the 16 attempted by Zvezda. Nice catch down low off the feed from Ognjen Dobric. Can't find the finish. Clifford Omaruye tapping that rebound into the hands of Tamir Blatt. Bullet feed to the wing. Three-pointer fake. Now as he stepped out of bounds, no, it's a travel from O'Shea Brissett. And he committed the travel on this move a couple of times in round 6 when going right, picking up that pivot foot before getting the ball down on the floor. Turnover is the result, tying up the turnover count at 5 per team. So, Yago dos Santos met by Jeff Doughton Jr. Miller McIntyre. Motiejunas sets the screen and slides down the lane. Instead, the kick comes to the corner. Yago dos Santos finds Kalinic. Ball was down and rimmed back out. Clifford Omaruye with the rebound. So we've got around a 5-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Jeff Doughton Jr. milking the clock. He's defended by Davidovec. Doughton Jr. with the quickness, applies the brakes, goes behind the back. Difficult two-point field goal attempt, finds the bottom of the bucket. Jeff Doughton Jr. with his first score of the game. 0 of 4 from the field prior to that make. Brings his team back to within Should be back to within 8 with 48-56 to score. Timeout on the floor. As Zvezda will look to draw up an end-of-game play scenario at the offensive end. 10 seconds left in the second quarter.
Your second line. Watch. Marshall, Lonnie, watch behind. If you have 2 against 1, watch behind. We play more to delay the open. We want to delay the open, and then immediately, when you go over,
So 10 seconds remaining in the first half. Endline possession for Crvena Zvezda Meridian Bet Belgrade. Cody Miller-McIntyre, bone-jarring pitch step by Chima Moneke. What a backdoor cut from Dejan David Obert. And that is assist number 7 for Cody Miller-McIntyre. The three-quarter court heave doesn't draw iron. And after 20 minutes of play here at the Alexander Nikolic Hall, it is a 10-point lead for the hottest team in the EuroLeague. Crvena Zvezda Meridian Bet Belgrade have come in here riding a 5-game winning streak. And after 5 lead changes in the first quarter, they find themselves up by a double-digit margin of advantage at the halftime interval. Maccabi Rapyd Tel Aviv 48, Crvena Zvezda Meridian Bet Belgrade 58. High-scoring first quarter, and the high man in points and assists is Cody Miller-McIntyre.
So far, your game playing looks good. Are you satisfied?
No, we need to play better defense. We gave up 48 points. That's not enough.
Thank you.
Well, they gave up 48, but they scored 58. But again, Crvena Zvezda Meridian Bet Belgrade very much hanging their hat on defense. Let's hear from Jalen Horde, 15 first half points for him.
It's a tough game. What can you improve in the second half to be better?
I would say definitely tighten up our defense. And they're killing us on the offensive glass, so we got to do a better job second half, boxing out and grabbing those rebounds. That'll give us a chance to win the game.
Thank you. Good luck.
So a look inside the numbers for the respective leading scorers for their team. Cody Miller-McIntyre, the outstanding performer of the first quarter, and he is on a tear. 7 rebounds, 3 assists. Man who posted a triple-double in February last year could well be flirting with one again tonight. His team lead by 10 at the half.
Brought to you by Etihad, Beyond Borders. Experience Abu Dhabi, Motorola, and BKT.
It's not so simple. Coach job is very, very tough and very difficult, and coach is probably only one that he cares about everybody.
For me, the most important is the human part, to understand the players, to understand where they're coming from, possibly to understand what they could be going through at this period.
Coaches are the most responsible person of their organization.
Coach is person who needs to care about everything. You need to understand that you have inside of the team 12 or maybe 15 players, they're different character. They're coming from different culture, different countries. Everything this is very important.
We are not magicians, we will not know 100%, but we do need to understand them, and at the same time, while I'm trying to understand them, I understand myself that my job is to take 100% from each player.
A lot of heart today, that's how we pulled it off. We can do it with a heart and a better basketball. You will play better on Sunday. This game is over. We need one more.
Coaching job is a style of life. Players, after the game, they can make the shower, they can go home, and they can relax. But coaches never. Coaches all year, all day think about the basketball. Even you are on the holiday, even you are on the beach, even you are swimming, always basketball is in your mind.
I talk to them, guys, you will never forget this time. This is the best period of your life. I know this because I was player. It's time to enjoy it. And the end, this that I said before, to try to give everything that you have inside.
They need to be pushed. A lot of times they need to be pushed to the levels that they don't even understand that they can get to. But with the process, with patience and so on, when they get to is the most beautiful thing for a coach.
I love the play style in Spain, and I saw how Valencia did this past season, and they were looking to grow and continue to grow, so I thought it was a good project.
Valencia Basket, they are back with a full intention to be successful at the highest level of international basketball.
They belong in the EuroLeague. The chances I got to play, they've always had really good teams, really competitive teams, so I think that the EuroLeague is where Valencia belongs. It's very exciting. It's a young group of guys all looking to kind of prove themselves and show they belong. The new arena, probably one of the nicest in Europe. It's crazy just to see the big LED screen across. I've never seen anything like that in Europe.
It's more than 15,000 capacity, this venue, 11,000 season ticket holders.
It's exciting to get the fans involved, the community involved.
Moore can find the pass for Thompson, wants another three. Darius Thompson is dominating this game.
So far it's been great, really competitive, really, like I said, it's really up and down, but it's enjoyable basketball.
Thompson gets the three-pointer to go. That's his spot on the floor.
What a delightful pass from Thompson.
I'm used to Spain, kind of a faster place, more team-oriented, so then I went to Ephes. It was a little bit different style, but it's something I had to adjust to.
Mario, take it up. Oh, Thompson comes out of nowhere. That's one of the best defensive plays you'll see in the EuroLeague.
I love the point guard position. So you see Larry, he's a young guy, but extremely talented, and he's gonna be really good in the future.
Sergio De La Rea, a real confident dish there.
The really important thing is that we win the game, we play together, and we play as our identity.
I've actually never had a chance to play this fast. I mean, in Spain, when I played it for my first year, it was faster pace than I was used to. But even now, it's faster than that.
Darius Thompson, dismissive of the defense. That is what you call confidence.
Everybody throughout their career has to learn different play styles, and it was a learning experience for me.
Darius Thompson, the flying closeout at fast pace.
EuroLeague brought to you by Etihad Beyond Borders. Experience Abu Dhabi. Motorola. And BKT.
So it's a 10-point game at the half here at the Alexander Nikolic Hall. Maccabi Rapyd Tel Aviv find themselves down by 10 as we take a look at the first half highlights. Jalen Horde, highest scorer for Maccabi in the first half with 15 points in the game on 5 of 7 shooting from the field, including 4 of 6 from 2. Cody Miller-McIntyre, the outstanding performer of the first quarter with 17 points and 7 helpers for the half. Chima Moneke getting it done on both sides of the basketball with that block over the baseline a few moments ago. 12 first half point along with 5 rebounds and a steal. Jalen Horde has got to the free throw line on 5 occasions, making 4 of them. Moneke is 4 of 6 from the stripe in what is another stat-stuffing outing. Double clutch dunk from Jalen Horde off the feed from Lonnie Walker the 4th. Maccabi with 10 assists as a team in the first half. Zvezda with 15, but again 58 first half points on a night where Maccabi have been looking to tighten up defensively, one suspects, after giving up 99 earlier this week at Panathinaikos, for 58 points, far too high, even though they have scored 48. So let's look inside the numbers then. Both teams cooled off from three-point territory from the numbers they posted in the first quarter. Very tight in the battle of the boards, where both teams have secured double figures of offensive rebounds, 5 turnovers apiece, as each team taking care of the basketball solidly. Each team diving into the passing lane to the tune of 2 steals. As we take a look at the lead or the score progression, there's confirmation we've had 5 lead changes. Maccabi's last lead was at 11-10 in the first quarter, and the largest lead, a 14-point advantage at 42-56, and prior to that 41-55 for the visitors. So they're then the leaders in terms of points and rebounds. Cody Miller-McIntyre with 17 points to lead his club. Chima Moneke with 5 rebounds along with a steal and a block and his dozen points as well. Jalen Horde with 15 points in the game to lead Maccabi. TJ Leaf, after hauling in a career-high 9 rebounds in round 7 at Panathinaikos earlier this week, underpinning a career-high PIR of 24, leading his teams in rebounds in the first. And so, Selvin Francisco, co-MVP of the round in round 7, just behind Cody Miller-McIntyre in terms of fantasy points earned tonight. Cody Miller-McIntyre came out with intent after going 0 of 5 from downtown in his 8-point outing in a win against Asvel earlier this week. 17 points in the game on 50% shooting from 2, 50% shooting from 3, 80% from 2, and he's dropped 7 dimes as well. He has been locked in from the opening tip and has been the consummate playmaking point guard, taking what the defense gives him, hasn't forced anything, and some of his dishes have been delightful. Taking it to the rack effectively, and then when the defenders slough off to respect that driving ability, he's been able to drill the 3-ball on 2 of the 4 3-pointers that he has attempted. Outstanding all-court display from Cody Miller-McIntyre in the first half. Well, Jalen Horde getting into the action early for Maccabi. He too showing his 3-point prowess, hitting his only 3-point attempts. Other than that, he has been devastating in and around the basket, attacking the rim, finishing with force, fantastic footwork as well. And how about that for body control to finish through the bump, and then a double clutch jam over the rotating Donatas Motiejunas off the feed from Lonnie Walker the 4th. This is how Jalen Horde has accumulated his team-high 15-point total. Well, let's hear from Coach Sasha Obradovic.
You play good offense and defense in first half. Are you satisfied with the game?
So I will just be satisfied when we win, like with the 2 points, But now I can be satisfied with the result, the way we play the offense. Defensively, my complaint is going to the box out. I think, this is the only way, they hurt us in this moment. We should keep, our aggressiveness high on a high level to win this game.
Thank you, Coach.
So a look at the numbers, 40% from downtown, and look at the amount of attempts in and around the defensive semicircle. All of those fast break points as well, denoted by the yellow dots, getting themselves plenty of second chance opportunities off the 10 offensive rebounds that they have snared in the first 20 minutes. Here a look at the Maccabi numbers. They too getting themselves plenty of shots beneath the free throw line, but haven't been as effective at just 38% from two-point territory. That's the number they'll be looking to improve. It's been disruptive, rugged defense put forth by Crvena Zvezda Meridian Bet Belgrade, but 38% from two at this level, well, it's going to be difficult to come away with a victory posting those types of numbers. Of course, the game isn't always readable in the stat sheet, in the box score, but I think that modest two-point success rate gives a fair indication as to perhaps why Maccabi are trailing by 10. They've done an outstanding job getting to the free throw line. They're fighting hard on the boards. It's Jalen Horde, the outstanding performer of quarter number 2, 12 of his team high 15 points coming in the second. So the second half underway. John De Bartolomeo onto the floor for the first time. 3-ball is off the mark. So Kalinic finding Chima Moneke cut on the baseline. The steal pocketed by Roman Sorkin, his first steal of the game. What an offensive rebound, Jalen Horde. That's a fantastic save by Chima Moneke for yet another rebound, his 6th of the game. Oh, beautiful shovel pass underneath. Looking for the finish beneath the basket is a Zundu, but he couldn't get it to fall. So it's clearly not John De Bartolomeo on the floor, it's Timur Blatt orchestrating the point for Maccabi. It's Lonnie Walker the 4th, initiating that contact against the Zundu, and that's going to be foul number 3, and we've not yet played a minute in the third quarter. Now coach Sasha Obradovic has a decision to make. Does he leave him out there and trust him not to pick up foul number 4? Or substitute him now? Bumped at the halfway line against Lonnie Walker the 4th. There he's hedging out to help again. Scrambles back to pick up Sorkin. Sorkin beats him with the head fake and then darting down the lane to finish with the lay at the window. Roman Sorkin moving to 9 points in the game, makes it a single-digit deficit. Turnover. Timur Blatt committing his 3rd turnover of the game. So it's Cody Miller-McIntyre one-on-one with Blatt. Blatt playing him straight up, shoulder checking for the screen, taking it to his desired spot, and Cody Miller-McIntyre moving to 19 points in the game on 5 of 6 shooting from two-point territory. Looking to exploit that advantage in terms of size over Timur Blatt. Got to his spot and hit the mid-range J with aplomb. So Blatt inbounding from the end line. Lonnie Walker the 4th forcing his way into the lane now. What's the call here? Dear me. Stefan Miljanovic was the on-ball defender. He's beaten on the dribble. Now where's the foul? Cody Miller-McIntyre saying he was straight up. Miljanovic saying that he didn't bump him forcefully enough from behind, but it's Miljanovic who is being called for the foul. And how about that for veteran leadership from Cody Miller-McIntyre? And the visiting pack of 700 Zvezda fans not particularly enamored with that call. Now Chima Moneke has been hit with a tech in amongst all of that. But Lonnie Walker, the fourth, can't hit the technical free throw. So now 2 free throws to come for Lonnie Walker, the fourth, on that baseline drive where he split the gap between Stefan Miljanovic and Cody Miller-McIntyre. 1 of 3 from the free throw line. What a hustle from Nikola Kalinic. And Chima Moneke asking for more encouragement from the fans who have made the short trip across the Serbian capital to the Alexander Nikolic Hall. Bumped from behind by Brissett, buffeted from the side by Lonnie Walker, the fourth. Terrific hustle play by Nikola Kalinic. So Chima Moneke has lost the basketball. Hustling after it is Miljanovic and Cody Miller-McIntyre, both players leaving some skin on the court as they got down and dirty in a bid to wrap things up. Sorkin out to Horde, looking for his second three-pointer of the night, and he drills it home. Jalen Horde moving to 18 points in the game on perfect shooting from downtown. His team trailing by 7. So Cody Miller-McIntyre using the dribble to break down Roman Sorkin, crashing the offensive boards aggressively as Nikola Kalinic, and I think he's going to draw a foul here. Flying in from the weak side, Brissett not getting a body on him as we take another look at the line drive three-pointer from the wing from Jalen Horde. So O'Shea Brissett called for foul number 4. So Kalinic on his first trip to the free throw line tonight, 73% shooter for his career. Ends the run of 6 straight points posted by Maccabi. So Nikola Kalinic moves to 5 points in the game. His team leading by 9. Oh my goodness, now Jalen Horde disappointed that he couldn't make the reception, and perhaps making his move towards the basket before he had possession of the pill. So checking into the game for his first action tonight is Will Raymond. Tamir Black inbounding from the end line. He moonballs it back to Jalen Horde above the hash mark. He's a receiver here, does Jalen Horde. Oh, beautiful ball movement, finished with a 2-fisted flush by Lonnie Walker, the fourth. Roman Sorkin playing provider, dropping it off from the wing. No dribble required by Lonnie Walker, the fourth. Reduces the arrears to 7. Miljanovic, Chima Moneke in midair. Out to Kalinic, Euro stepping. Creative feed out to Cody Miller-McIntyre, who has traveled. Take another look. The high-flying finish from Lonnie Walker, the fourth. Miljanovic will tighten up his defense near the three-point line against Tamir Blatt. Jalen Horde, one-on-one with Azundu. Three-pointer drilled confidently by Lonnie Walker IV, and a deficit that was as large as 14 had been pegged back to just 4. Blistering start to the second half by the home team. 11-5 in favor of Maccabi has brought them back to a scoreline of 59-63, approaching 4 minutes gone in the third quarter.
But we switch. 1, 2, 3, 4, we switch. And be on the right position. Stay solid with McIntyre. Remember. Right. Be on the right positioning after switching defense. Either for a blue, right? And be ready, almost like be active. Watch Moneke. Every time he drives, you need to drop a little bit. He wants a cut. Yes, but thinking backdoor less than trying to help with respect to him, you know what I'm saying? When you jog, keep going.
So Lonnie Walker IV drilling that 3-ball to make it 5 points in a row after finishing with the two-fisted dunk off the feed from Roman Sordkin from around the high post area. Lonnie Walker, who picked up the ball in the high post and just raced down the lane to finish above the rim before hitting that 3-pointer from the top of the key. He's brought his team back to within 4. They're outscoring the visitors 11-5 in this period. Chima Moneke from downtown, that short and off right. Nikola Kalinic with a magnificent offensive rebound. And how about that for poise and patience beneath the basket. Searching for the contact with his lead shoulder and finishing with a reverse with a high degree of difficulty. He moves to 7 points in the game. It's Tamir Blatt. Oh, what a feed inside to Sordkin. What footwork, and in a flash. The arrears reduced to 4 once again. Roman Sordkin moving to 11 points in the game. And that is now 21 of the last 22 games where Sordkin has scored in double figures. So Kalinic off the front rim. We've got a whistle on the play as Dobrich comes down with the rebound. So Cody Miller-McIntyre with Donatas Motiejunas down to the defensive halo. Shemi Ojale getting the 3-pointer to fall off the friendliest of shooters roll as it rolls. It's his first field goal of the game. His total moves to 5. His team leading by 7. Tough take to the rack and high flying finish by Lonnie Walker IV. And Lonnie Walker IV moving to 13 points in the game. We've got a whistle on the play. Fistful of the Motiejunas jersey grabbed by Lonnie Walker IV. We take another look at the corner trifecta landed by Shemi Ojale. So Lonnie Walker IV called for his second foul. Donatas Motiejunas to the free throw line for foul shots 3 and 4 tonight. Doesn't get the shooter's roll on the first. So Moti Yunus, 1 of 2 from the free throw line. He moves to 10 points in the game. It's a 2-score affair with his team leading by 6. Lonnie Walker, the fourth, driving, hanging, but it's a road to nowhere. Sordkin with the rebound. He's asking for a foul. Magnificent effort on the offensive glass, and then bodies hitting the deck. And we have got a foul called, and Lonnie Walker, frustrated that the whistle's not going what he feels should be his direction. That's how he's committed this third foul here. So Maccabi already in the penalty. Zvezda 16 of 22 from the stripe as a team tonight. Shemi Ojale with his first miss from 15 feet away. Now 2 of 3. Still Lonnie Walker asking about what he needs to do to get a foul call. Shemi Ojale goes 1 of 2 from the free throw line to move to 6 points in the game. His team leading by 7. O'Shea Brissett checking back into the proceedings. 4 fouls against his name. Lonnie Walker, the fourth, taking a breather. So Tamir Blatt, one-on-one, being defended by Ognjen Dobric. Moti Yunus hedging out to help. Brissett beneath the free throw line. He's used his dribble, contorts his body, doesn't get the shooter's roll. Sordkin fighting for the offensive rebound. It's secured by Brissett, Moti Yunus, and then Cody Miller-McIntyre streaking to the hole to move to 21 points in the game. His team with a 9-point advantage. Cody Miller-McIntyre almost lost the handle, but managed to regain it. Kept his balance, eyes on the prize, and finishing at the window to move to 21 points to lead all scorers. We've got a timeout on the floor. 63-72 the score.
Anyway, if they do the repeat, like here, we switch on. Even with blood. Okay. So me and you on the right. Final rescreen. And then organize, like here, depending where is the ball. We push here, we push there, and on that side, we push here. With Demo is fine.
So Jalen Horde looking for a ball handler to relieve him of the duties here. He brings it over the halfway line. Clever bounce pass when a double team approach to Sordkin. Now, Doughton taking it to the chest of Dobric. Sordkin sets the screen. The shot clock in the red. It's been a tough half court for the home team. Difficult runner attempted by Jeffrey Doughton Jr. That's off the back iron rebound, Moti Yunus. So Cody Miller-McIntyre just gets into the opponent's half to ensure that there's no 8-second violation. Cody Miller-McIntyre sees a seam, attacks, goes high off the window and gets the shooter's roll, and Cody Miller-McIntyre is in the zone tonight. 23 points on 7 of 9 shooting from 2-point territory. He leads all scorers as he continues to flirt with a double-double. 8 assists along with his game high total. Double-digit lead restored for the visiting team. So Jimmy Clark the third. And defended by Kalinic. Motiejunas out to help. It's a matchup zone being played by Zvezda. Jimmy Clark the third working the jab step. Now goes to his dribble. Bullet feeds straight into the hands of Shemi Ojale for a gift wrap steal. It's a 3-on-1 opportunity. Oh, and then a turnover by Kobe Miller-McIntyre as he tried to pass with a high degree of difficulty out of the back of his hand. Off the back iron. Well, I was going to say terrific box out by Donatas Motiejunas, but the man, TJ Leaf, wouldn't accept it, kept the movement going, reeled in a long offensive rebound just beneath the foul line and got the field goal to fall to move to 4 points in the game. That makes it a single-digit deficit. Third quarter, where Maccabi are outscoring Zvezda, and that's off the foot of Dobrich. Terrific D by Jimmy Clark the third with that disruptive defensive effort. Wonderful hands. Jimmy Clark the third with 2 deflections on a single defensive effort, ultimately forcing a turnover and securing possession for his team. So O'Shea Bristol on the floor with 4 fouls, having to run down that pass near the sidelines. Doughton into the lane, Euro stepping, getting the underhanded scoop to fall, and he'll go to the free throw line looking to add another. So ball pinned near the sidelines. Kalinic with a beautiful feed inside. Oh, what a clever offload by Donatas Motiejunas to the man who gave him the basketball. Wonderful give and go from Nikola Kalinic. Lots of contact on the inside. Doughton up and down. Couldn't complete the three-point play a few moments ago. I think we're going to the free throw line once again. Thiago dos Santos and Donatas Motiejunas converging on him. Now watch Kalinic here. Give and go. Terrific work. Now, was that an intentional pass from Motiejunas, or was it disrupted from behind by the defender? Either way, found its way straight into the hands of Kalinic, but finished at the window. So Jeff Doughton Jr. makes both. 6 points in the game, reduces the arrears to 7. So third quarter at Maccabi are leading by 3, 21-18. Doing a better job slowing down Zvezda, who posted 33 first quarter points, followed by 25 in the second, but still not slowing them down sufficiently enough to reduce a deficit that was as large as 14 on a couple of occasions just before half-time. Ojale looking for his second 3-ball. That line drive is rebounded by Motiejunas, and then we've got a whistle on the play. That's on Santos. It will be his third. So Montayunas, 1 of 2 on each of his 6 trips to the free throw line tonight. 11 points in the game. He takes a breather. Checking back into the game is Azundu. So Jeffrey Dartin Jr. with the quickness against Kalinic. Oh, what hands from Kalinic, my goodness! Poking it away from Jeffrey Dartin Jr. and then over the halfway line, securing his first steal of the game. Fantastic anticipation and wonderful touch. Now Kalinic with a mismatch down low. Davidovac for 3, off right and long. Jeffrey Dartin Jr. with the ball. So Azundu defending, working the crossover, creating room after applying the brakes is Doughton, and he hits the mid-range jump shot to move to 8 points in the game. He makes it a 2-score affair, his team trailing by 6. So the shot clock has been turned off. Iago dos Santos calling for 4 flat as he's looking to go one-on-one with Doughton. Ojale comes to set a screen now, draws a double team. Kicks down to the baseline. Azundu, tough catch, beats the end of quarter horn. 3-quarter court heave. Draws iron. Case of close but no cigar. Well, the third quarter has seen Zvezda put 23, seen Maccabi edge the third quarter, scoring by 4, giving us an end of third period score of Maccabi Rapyd Tel Aviv 71, Crvena Zvezda Meridian Bet Belgrade 77. Well, click on a QR code and vote for your fan favorite player from this fixture tonight, and also give yourself the chance to win tickets to the 2026 Final Four, the end of season extravaganza scheduled for the Greek capital in May. So look inside the numbers through 3 quarters of play. Almost identical numbers from beyond the arc, and again Maccabi will be desperate to improve their 2-point percentage. Just 45% inside the 3-point line is a pretty anemic success rate. Very tight in the battle on the boards. It's Zvezda who are just edging it, both teams securing 14 offensive rebounds apiece. Well, the lead was as large as 14 on a couple of occasions, at 41-55 and 42-56 just before the half, but in the third quarter, Zvezda held to their lowest scoring output of the game, 19 points, while Maccabi scored 23, and that is why those red and yellow lines coming closer together compared to the largest gap just before the halftime interval, which stood at 14 on a couple of occasions. So Jeffrey Doughton Jr., the outstanding performer of quarter number 3 with 6 points and a steal. Now his team have to fashion more stops. First order of business, get back to parity in a game where they trail by just 6 in this 2-score affair. So the final quarter underway, Iago dos Santos one-on-one with Doughton. Solid pick set by Ojale. Now Azundu coming to the other side, bullet feed down low on the bounce. Jimmy Clark, the third, will be called for the foul on the bump from behind against Ojale. Remember, Coach Katash has already been hit with a technical foul in the first quarter, as he puts his perspective across to the crew chief. So Iago dos Santos calling for screens from Shemi Ojale. There's the switch. Now it's a double team on Iago dos Santos. They find the open man in the lane. Shemi Ojale off the mark, who put it out of bounds. Last touch by Maccabi. It will remain Zvezda basketball. So Dan Davidovats beat the shot clock buzzer on the catch and shoot, but couldn't draw iron. Jimmy Clark the third with the quick three ball, and the first score of the fourth quarter is Jimmy Clark the third's first field goal. 3 points in the game, and he makes it a one-score affair. 3 points of deficit as Jago Dos Santos is short and off right. Offensive rebound, but he can't find the stick back. Cody Miller-McIntyre, his first offensive rebound of the night, is Euro stepping in a crowd and getting the field goal to fall after being clobbered to the court is O'Shea Brissett. 12 points in the game on 50% shooting from the field, and watch him split the gap as the pincer movement in the form of a pair of Zvezda defenders converged on him. Dejan Davidovats and Shemi Ojale closing the gap. But O'Shea Brissett confidently splitting the seam as we take another look at the three ball from Jimmy Clark III. That brought his team back to within 3. And now O'Shea Brissett looking to tie things up. Doesn't get the shooter's roll, but it is a 1-point game here after a strong start to the fourth quarter with a 5-0 run by Maccabi Rapyd Tel Aviv. Cody Miller-McIntyre's lost the basketball, then it's kicked by Shemi Ojale, which will turn things over. Cody Miller-McIntyre is saying that it came off the foot of the player defending him. So that's going to be a turnover, either on his count or that of Shemi Ojale. I think it's going to be another turnover, number 4 against Cody Miller-McIntyre, who's had an outstanding game tonight. So a field goal here will see Zvezda take the lead for the first time since the first quarter as Jeffrey Dalton Jr. underhanded scoop off the back iron, but on the spot with the stick back is TJ Leaf, his third offensive rebound of the night. Gives Maccabi Rapyd Tel Aviv their first lead since 11-10 in the first quarter. So offensive foul is the call. Terrific positioning by Jeff Doughton. Shimon Moneke called for foul number 4 on this screen. Well, his feet appeared set, and you can see what he thinks of it. But maybe he wasn't fully square. So it's a 9-0 run spanning the third and fourth quarters that has given Maccabi their first lead as Jeffrey Doughton Jr. from beyond the arc, and he'll go to the free throw line looking to shoot 3. The visiting fans are incensed, and Nikola Kalinic isn't particularly enamored with the call either. Let's take another look. He's saying that the shooter, Jeff Doughton Jr., is changing his shot position as he's coming back down to earth. So what's the call here? Has somebody been teed up? I think they have. And if this is against Jeffrey Doughton Jr., what is it going to be for simulation? So a foul on a three-point shooter has been changed for flopping by Jeff Doughton Jr. So rather than going to the free throw line to shoot 3, it's a technical foul against Jeff Doughton Jr. for flopping effectively. Coach Oded Katash inquiring as to why. Let's take another look. You see, I think it's that right leg that's sticking out, and that, well, Ognan Dobrich was in no doubt, because that, a new point of emphasis in the off-season, and that can be construed as potentially injurious to the defender. So the technical free throw sunk by Shemi Ojale, 4 of 5 from the stripe for him tonight, and we are all square at 78 points apiece. Maccabi's lead short-lived, and rather than a trip to the free throw line for 3, a technical foul for flopping against Jeff Doughton Jr. So we have a jump ball. It's TJ Leaf who gave his team the lead with that stick back on his 3rd offensive rebound of the night. who will contest it with Shemi Ojale. Ojale getting it, I thought perhaps on the way up, but the official satisfied. A reminder to click on the QR code and vote for your fan favorite player. Chimamoneke driving and offloading to Shemi Ojale. Now, who is this foul against? It's on TJ Leaf, that will be his second. Well, the 700 visiting fans from Crvena Zvezda Meridian Bet Belgrade who made the short journey across the Serbian capital, combined with the encouragement from the Maccabi fans, is generating a terrific atmosphere here at the Alexander Nikolic Hall. Now, what's the call? What's the call here? Or is it just something ensuring that the game clock and shot clock are in sync and as they should be? .14 seconds on this possession, inbounded from the end line by Kalinic. David Ovac dumps it down low to Kalinic, who's got a mismatch in the post, spins away from contact, out to the corner. Ojale finds Cody Miller-McIntyre, step back through off the dribble, off the front line. What an offensive rebound, Shemi Ojale, my goodness. Spring-heeled leap from beneath the basket and securing that extra possession for his team. Fantastic effort. Nose for the basketball and terrific positioning before that. Now that's a foul. Nikola Kalinic to keep the prying hands of Jeffrey Doughton Jr. from picking up that inbound pass, gave him a little shove in the back. We talked about his veteran savvy, but that one right in the eye line of the official. And Kalinic called for foul number 4. Jimmy Clark, the third, incidentally, has fouled out, picking up 5 fouls in the game. As O'Shea Brissett playing with 4 fouls, seeking contact. What an offensive rebound. Jalen Horde up and down in a crowd, comes back down with it after his 4th offensive rebound, but denied by Dejan Davidovac. Line drive 3 is off the mark. Rebound secured by Lonnie Walker the 4th. So Davidovac reaching for him. Got contact but no foul. Offloaded to a cutting Jalen Horde. 20 points in the game for Jalen Horde, approaching his career high of 25. Lonnie Walker the 4th with his 4th helper, and Maccabi leading by 2. Terrific hands from Lonnie Walker the 4th. Chima Waneke rocking for it down low with Jeffrey Doughton Jr. They beat the shot clock horn with that deep 3 from Cody Miller-McIntyre. Strong rebound secured at the free throw line by Lonnie Walker the 4th. My goodness, the defensive intensity is being cranked up by both sides here now. So far, the only point scored approaching 3.5 minutes gone in this fourth quarter. The only Zvezda point scored has come after a technical foul was assessed against Jeff Doughton Jr., and that was made by Shemi Ojale. It's a 9-1 run in favor of the home team, and that is why they have a 2-point lead. So Jeff Doughton Jr. one-on-one with Kalinic, who's playing with 4 fouls. TJ Leaf comes to set a screen. And now it's David Ovas one-on-one with Doughton. Pulls up, top of the key after creating separation. Doesn't get the shooter's roll, and on the offensive boards, doing sterling work once again, is TJ Leaf. His 4th offensive rebound of the game. Remember, he's coming off a career-high 9 rebounds in the round 7 outing at Panathinaikos. And he's garnered 7 rebounds tonight, including 4 at the offensive end. That is indeed on Nikola Kalinic, and he will take no further part in the game, having picked up foul number 5. So Jimmy Clark III has fouled out for Maccabi. Nikola Kalinic has fouled out for Zvezda. TJ Leaf to the free throw line for the first time tonight, was 12 of 17 from the stripe coming into this game for the season. Gets the shooter's roll on the second. It is a 3-point advantage for Maccabi. And after 5 lead changes in the first half, this equals their largest lead of the game. They were up 8-5 in the first quarter. Shimon Maneke going glass and getting the shooter's roll. It's their first field goal with practically 4 fourth quarter minutes gone. Brings his team back to within 1 as Jalen Horde turns into Dejan Davidovas. We've got a jump ball, the double team effective, and the jump ball will be contested at the nearest circle between Dejan Davidovas and the player he sought to dispossess. O'Shea Brissett will jump it up. Jalen Horde contesting the jump ball against Dejan Davidovas. Lonnie Walker the 4th, one-on-one with Shimon Moneke. He's playing with 4 fouls. Dejan Davidovas defending. Lonnie Walker with the quickness, edge of the lane, stops on a dime, came back down with it, traveling violation. Now Lonnie Walker the 4th is saying that he defied gravity here and got rid of the basketball before his feet came into contact with the floor. Let's take another look. Leaves his feet hanging in the air. No, with that camera angle didn't tell us the full story, but my instinct was that he came back down with it. So Cody Miller-McIntyre one-on-one with TJ Leaf. Brissett fronting Izundu down low. Faking the 3 as Miller-McIntyre. He drives the lane off. Oh my goodness! A violent one-fisted flush on the inside from Ebuka Izundu off the delightful drive and dish from Cody Miller-McIntyre, and that helper takes him to a double-double. 21 points and 10 rebounds, and the score that completed this double-double outing for Cody Miller-McIntyre was a pugilistic punch home on the inside from Izundu. Up off the court in a flash, and no regard for the defenders beneath him. Terrific penetration and pitch, and then the punch was emphatic. Izundu, with his first field goal of the game, sees his team regain the lead. They're up by 1. Lonnie Walker the 4th, mid-range Jays off the front iron. Shima Moneke with his 7th rebound of the game. Cody Miller-McIntyre drives, Euro step, left-handed. His follow-up, the left-handed field goal attempt by Izundu, 4 points in a row. And Ebuka Izundu has come to life in this fourth quarter. And his team have a 1-score lead. They are up by 3. 81-84 the score. in a quarter where Zvezda took 2 minutes to find their first point and practically 4 minutes to find their first field goal. That's how things stand just beyond the halfway stage. McIntyre attacking, and look at again the anticipation, the timing and the touch on that stick back from Azundu to give him 4 points in a row. So there, a small sample of the 700 Zvezda fans permitted access to the Alexander Nikolic Hall tonight. Now we've got a whistle away from the basketball as Santos and Cody Miller-McIntyre find themselves careening across the court.
Shooter. Who received the foul? Yes, we can say. Yes. Wait. You call foul. I call foul on Cody McIntyre. Yes, correct. So finally the foul is on number 3. Yes. 2 shots, 3.
So a trip to the free throw line for Marcio Santos. That ends a run of 6 straight points. That puts Zvezda up by 3. Santos makes both. It is a 1-point game. Just under 4:50 remaining in regulation. Zvezda have scored just 7 fourth-quarter points so far. Maccabi have put 12 on the board as Moneke on the floor with 4 fouls, attacks the lane aggressively, hard hacked down by Horde. It will send Moneke to the free throw line for foul shots 7 and 8 tonight. So Chimo Moneke making both. It remains a 1-score game. Zvezda leading by 3. Lonnie Walker, the fourth, snaking his way into the lane. Hang time, goes glass, it's off the marker. Zundu will be called for the foul, and that will be his fourth. Lonnie Walker, the fourth, 4 of 7 from the stripe now. He moves to 14 points in the game. That perfect trip to the free throw line makes it a 1-point affair. So Cody Miller-McIntyre has been left alone. He sees a seam, and that's all the room he needs to get to the goal. He can't believe he's missed the field goal, but bailing him out once again with a fantastic offensive rebound and stick back is Azundu. Azundu with 9 points in the game on 75% shooting from the field, and he's doing an outstanding job on the offensive glass. His team leading by 5. O'Shea Brissett asking for a foul, nothing doing. So we've got a whistle on the play. So Zundu goes 1 of 2 from the stripe. His team with a 4-point lead. We are approaching crunch time. The outcome of this one still in the balance. It's advantage Zvezda as Black working against Dobrich. Lonnie Walker one-on-one with Cody Miller-McIntyre. Head on a swivel, searching for the screen. Lonnie Walker pulls up for 3 and drills it. Lonnie Walker gives his team, brings his team back to within 1. And that tough pull-up 3-pointer from the top of the key. He moves to 18 points in the game. 3 of 5 from downtown. Cody Miller-McIntyre. Long rebound once again. Izundu, second bite to the cherry, ultimately secured by David Ovas for his 3rd offensive rebound. Izundu with the quick-fingered reception, and how about that? It's almost as though he was padding his stats as he garners his 4th offensive rebound of the period in that little sequence to move to 12 points in the game. His team leading by 3. Lonnie Walker the 4th, pull-up 3-pointer is off the back iron. And Izundu in the wars. Now, if this is on Brissett, it's going to be foul number 5, and he'll take no further part in the game. Izundu has been outstanding on the board. Watch him work here. How quick is he off the floor with his 2nd jump? And then the control to guide home that tip with the left hand, almost fully extended as he reached out to the side of the backboard. Terrific work by Izundu. His team with a slight advantage. And a trip to the free throw line to come. So Zundu 1 of 2 from the free throw line. Sorkin with the rebound. Black for 3. That's short and off left. Doughton getting a hand on it. Who touched it last? It's last touch by Doughton. But is this call going to be overturned? It is indeed. So it's Maccabi possession from the sideline. They find Sordkin. Sordkin putting it on the floor, offloads to Walker. One-on-one with Cody Miller-McIntyre. Sordkin now sets the pick. There's a mismatch in the lane and on the perimeter. Shot clock in the red. Doughton checks it, lets it go from the hash mark, off the front iron. Fighting on the inside is Jalen Horde. Chima Moneke comes out of a crowd with it. So we're in crunch time, 2 minutes remaining. It is a 4-point game. Azundu has got the last 6 points for Real Madrid. Excuse me, for Crvena Zvezda, Meridian Bet Belgrade. And make it 8 points in a row for Azundu as he moves to a new career high. 15 points in the game, and he has the hot hand and is being hooked up by Cody Miller-McIntyre, who has just dropped his 11th dime. We've got a timeout on the floor, and it is a 6-point lead for Zvezda. Deep into the fourth quarter, just a minute 46 remaining in regulation.
We go now. First of all, 1-2. We play regular defense, we don't play switching defense. We back, we can go back to our 2. Be up the line. Right? Make sure everybody moves on and keep playing. I want quick offenses. Either I call flash down or quick nose, Roman take. Right? I want the nose, Roman will start it, and Jalen, you be the second. Kind of ghost it. If you see the video match on the ball, ghost it. Like almost like Steve. Or up. Hey, if we have something, take good shot with confidence and play defense. Go.
Well, Azundu is finishing everything around the basket in this fourth quarter. 8 straight points to move to a new career high of 15 points in the game, surpassing the 14 points that he posted on his debut in the round 1 fixture against Milan in September. It's a crucial contribution he has delivered here tonight. So 6 points the advantage with a minute 45 remaining. It's the fourth quarter that is deadlocked at 17 points apiece after Zvezda had to wait practically 4 minutes, 3 minutes 55 to put their first field goal on the board in the period. It's Tamir Blatt drawing the foul. And if that's on Azundu, he will take no further part in the game. But what a fourth quarter cameo he has produced, scoring the last 8 points for the visiting team, carrying himself to a new career high of 15 points on the night, on 5 of 8 shooting from the field, 7 rebounds, and 4 of them at the offensive end. It has been a Herculean effort by Azundu. He's given his team a 2-score lead. Now that is something of a rarity, because Tamir Blatt is a 91% free throw shooter for his career, one of the most accurate all time in the EuroLeague. He makes the second. So Cody Miller-McIntyre defended by Blatt. Ognian Dobrich looking for his first 3 ball of the night. Terrific rebound, Jalen Horde, to keep the prying hands of Chima Moneke away from it. Flat pass to Jalen Horde. Looking down to the corner was Horde, keeping it himself, offloading to Lonnie Walker the fourth. Uses his quickness, splits the gap, goes for an awkward high degree of difficulty field goal off that runner. Comes up empty. Ognian Dobrich with his 5th rebound of the game. So that probably is the ball game. But of course, stranger things have happened in the game of basketball. Maccabi need possession and they need to score quickly. They need a stop first of all. There's the double team. Dobrich looks at the three, looks at it twice, lets it fly and lands from long range. Ognian Dobrich with his first points of the game gives his team an 8-point lead. That's surely insurmountable now unless something dramatic can be produced by Maccabi, and that three-pointer starts it. Terrific bucket by Tamir Blatt, and he has shown that he has got the temperament to take big shots when called upon. Remember, Maccabi's last fixture here in round 6 saw him drive in the dagger at the death to beat Real Madrid, and he's kept his team in contention with just 19.4 seconds remaining. We've got a timeout on the floor.
You're the inbounder, okay? So wherever Jima, watching on the parallel pass, you have also him going to the side, okay? Shaggy is coming. Hello? You there? You know, here, stretch. So we have Shaggy, Jima, and Cody. Be ready for trap immediately. Pass here and stretch the floor. Don't get sweat, don't get sweat.
So Tamir Blatt with his second three-pointer of the game, but it came after this shot not contested aggressively enough. Watch Dobrich, one fake, one look, two looks, and then lets it fly to land from downtown. First points put on the board by Ognian Dobrich after missing his first 3 field goal attempts. It gave his team a momentary 8-point lead, but Blatt, who was the defender in the vicinity, with an instant response of the same value. So no foul committed, which I find extraordinary. They went for the steal, they didn't get it. And still, a little bit of time taken off the clock. It's a 2-score affair. Going to the free throw line is Shemi Ojale. Ojale is 4 of 5 from the stripe tonight. 86% free throw shooter for his career. So rattles home the first. If he makes this, then it's a 3-score game. So Shemi Ojale, ice cool from the free throw line. His team leading by 7, and for the second consecutive, oh my goodness, oh my, well that's it. Really poor inbound execution from Maccabi Rapyd Tel Aviv. Jalen Horde and Lonnie Walker the fourth on different pages of the playbook. He needed a receiver. No way that Lonnie Walker the fourth could reel that one in. But again, it's a game played by humans, and mistakes sometimes do happen. Turnovers are part of the game, but what is perhaps more crucial is when the turnovers are committed, that a crucial one. On a night where they've taken care of the basketball pretty effectively, but by handing possession back to Zvezda, that surely is the result in the book now in favor of the visitors. We've got a timeout on the floor, and it's a 7-point lead for Zvezda.
We have Cody and Jima. Okay. See, you know, like if you can catch the ball, you know, here, think about, you know, like they're probably gonna foul. We have time, you know, like here, but we go for the basketball. Okay. Maybe they switch when this, yes, just with these two guys. Okay. Both of you get open. Hey, if they're gonna trap, you know, just stretch the floor. Hey, think about the difference. Don't let them score after. Hey.
So the clock is very much on the side of the visitors here tonight, electing not to foul and play straight up. So Zvezda entering clock management mode. And they'll just dribble this one out because there's a negligible difference between the shot clock and the game clock, as Cody Miller-McIntyre seeking to pad his stats with another score, can't do so. And there is the final buzzer. Well, are they saying that we're going to have a fraction of a second left on the game? Because if Cody Miller-McIntyre's shot didn't draw iron, then it will be a shot clock violation with a fraction of a second remaining. And there's confirmation, 0.9 seconds left. So the letter of the law being observed. And there is the final buzzer. So Crvena Zvezda, Meridian Bet Belgrade make it 6 of the best, 6 wins in a row after starting this winning run.